What's up, you guys? It is Balake, and today we're going to be talking about my footwear, so sneakers, boots, sandals, everything in between. I'm going to tell you what I like about them, the backstory, all of that fun stuff. Let me know in the comments before we get started, though, what is your favorite type of footwear and why? I'd love to hear from you guys. I promise I'll respond to your comment within 24 hours. If you're one of those people that's like, but Blake, I've never commented on a YouTube video before, I just want you to know it would be my great honor if you'd let me be your first. First up is these Alden Indy boots. It's the brown 403 Chrome Excel, super buttery smooth leather, guys. They have this awesome stitching on the toe box. They have these speed hooks to make it easy to put them on and off. Fully lined interior, Goodyear welt, corkscrew bottom. Awesome boots, and these things are super sentimental to me because I've literally had them for 10 years. I was a senior in high school working at McDonald's for minimum wage, and this dude walked in wearing some Alden chukkas, and I said, "Excuse me, sir, are those Alden?" And he kind of looks at me like, why is this, a McDonald's employee asking me about Alden? But he was still really nice, and he's like, "Oh, there's actually a store in New York, and they're going out of business, having 20% off on everything." So I called them the next morning. I was very nervous, and I ordered them. And this was like literally 3 weeks worth of work, or 60 hours worth of work on minimum wage for me. They were like $370, guys. And I got them, and they were just amazing. By far the most nice thing I had clothing related really for the next several years. They're just super sentimental to me because I've literally worn them without exaggeration thousands of times. I've made so many memories, so many things have happened in my life and just wearing these boots. Trying to find a pair of boots like that, like ones that can really go the extra mile with you, and I think a lot of times you'll be happier with those than having 3, 4, or 5 different pairs of shoes. Next up is these beautiful Visvim Fall Winter 20 Brigadier boot. It's this camel colorway. It's like a golden brown suede. They have a day-night sole on them, which is really nice, with a Goodyear welt, cotton laces, and a Visvim leather tag on the tongue. Also some brass eyelets and a leather interior. And very similar kind of silhouette to the Alden, but the Alden, in my opinion, is very dark for a spring-summer type of color palette. But these, because they're much lighter, they look a lot better in those situations. But I think it's also fun to kind of experiment with them in fall-winter outfits as well. So I did a dedicated review to these already, so I don't want to talk a ton about them, but you can go watch that if you like. But very happy with these overall. I think Visvim makes great footwear, so definitely check it out. Next up, I have these beautiful Cowboy boots I picked up when I was in Phoenix, Arizona. It's from a local boot maker named David Espinoza. Really tiny operation, but really high quality stuff. So as you can see, they have this reddish brown lower and then a like honey brown shaft with this decorative stitching on it. You have also pull tabs to help you put on the boot. You also have this leather lined interior, then just a leather bottom and about a 1.5 inch heel, which has a short king, goes a long way. I really appreciate that. Thank you, David. And I didn't really know if I would be able to wear cowboy boots because I'm not like huge into Western wear. I'm not gonna wear like, a big like rancher hat and like Ralph Lauren and all that stuff. But I'm wearing a Western shirt right now, so I'm a little bit into it. But I think for me, like if you like boots and you're into like combat boots or Chelsea boots and you wear like straight or relaxed fit pants, I think cowboy boots wear very similarly. I've had a lot of fun wearing them. I think it's really fun when like you're wearing a pant and it hits like right here and then it kind of pulls up a little bit and people can see the two-tone action of it. It's just a lot more interesting than like a black boot or just a plain brown boot in my opinion. So I've been a really big fan of these. I think that they're really great and you should try them out yourself. And lastly, for my leather shoes are just these black Oxfords from Trickers. It has a plain rounded toe, a storm welted side, and I think it's like a commando sole. I don't know, it's kind of rugged, which I like because it makes it easier to dress them up and down. They have these wax cotton laces and then just black eyelets and a leather lined interior. Really nice construction overall, really good quality. They were like $600 retail, but I found them for $240 on Matches Fashion, so pretty good deal in my opinion. And the reason I actually got them was because I have these brown wool pants that are a little too formal for my sneakers, but they didn't really match with my brown boots, so I said I need a black shoe, and here we are. So I'm a believer now. I've never had black shoes before, but I'm a believer, so I'll probably get some black boots at some point. I don't know if I'll ever get to the point of like Sanjeev or Owen Hyatt where I have like 20 black boots, but I'm gonna eventually get a pair of black boots, so let me know in the comments if you guys have a recommendation for me. I'll be on the hunt at some point this year. On to the sneakers. We'll start with probably one of my favorite pairs that I gravitate towards the most. The New Balance 993, I've had these for I think 2.5 or 3 years now, and it's a classic gray colorway. They have just this pig suede here on the sides with the classic N logo with the mesh top, white laces. Honestly, super easy to wear, guys. I think some people think they're too much of dad shoes. I like to say they're daddy shoes because they look great with everything that I talk about on this channel. So engineered garments, I mean, Kenori, La Mer, or Ali, and tons of other brands. I think everything just looks really good when you put them with New Balances. So if you haven't given them a try, I would definitely recommend it. If you're intimidated because the New Balance is kind of hype or trendy right now, I'd say don't really worry about what other people are doing. If it's something you enjoy or you like the look of, then just wear it. That's what I do, and it makes me pretty happy. Next, we have the Needles Ghillie shoe, and they're just a canvas upper with a rubber sole. Then they also have this suede paneling on the side in this gray color, which I think is really subtle, but it makes it really interesting. And my favorite detail is the toe cap. You have mismatched toe caps. So overall, it creates like this really subtle, but kind of visually interesting design, which I really like. So I wanted these for a really long time, but the retail price on them is about $400, and I was able to find them for $170, and really happy about that. The materials on them, guys, is not really what you would expect from a $400 shoe, so I would say $200, like $150 is definitely much more in line with what I would be willing to pay for a shoe like this. I still think it's like a really fun shoe. It looks great in the summertime. I wear white shoes almost constantly throughout the summer. So either I'm wearing sandals like my Birkenstocks or the Bonne Facture, or I'm wearing these. So if you don't have a good pair of white shoes, I definitely recommend getting one. And I think this one's pretty nice, but definitely I would not recommend paying the retail price for it. Next, we have my fancy Converse, aka shoes like Pottery. So stylistically, this is a Converse, right? But I think the construction and quality of the materials is a little bit better. It's a lot more comfortable on my feet personally. So it's this mustard colorway, which I absolutely love, and a canvas upper, and then they have a rubber bottom. And then they have this really cool kind of teal vulcanized bottom as well that they do through a pottery kiln, which is kind of unique, but kind of gimmicky. It doesn't really add a lot of value, but you know, that's how they do it. And overall, yeah, they're really simple, straightforward shoes, little pop of color for your spring or summer outfits. And I've worn these a lot. I actually had another pair in blue, but too much of my wardrobe is blue, so it wasn't doing a lot for me and I ended up getting rid of them. But yeah, definitely recommend these. I think they're a good value for the price, and I've been happy to have them. Next, we have the classic Adidas Stan Smith in the original green and white colorway. Super straightforward shoe. It has this plastic upper and a rubber bottom. Really kind of bulbous toe and kind of clunky sneaker overall. It's kind of weird and ugly, but I really like it. My wife actually got this for me as a Christmas gift, and funny story, we're the same height. We're both 5'7", and so she thought that I had the same size feet as her. So I'm sitting there unwrapping my Christmas present, and I see these tiny little like baby shoes, and I'm like, are you pregnant? Like, what are you trying to tell me? She got me a size 5.5. 5.5, guys. I was so insulted. I said, how dare she? And I'm, what are these? These are a size 8.5, so she was 3 sizes too small, but luckily we were able to exchange them, and I've worn them a ton. They're very easy shoes to wear, and just like, they're not super expensive, so I don't have to be too like cautious or precious with them. And I think they look great in a lot of contexts. They're kind of sporty, which I really like. I also like the Sambas and the Gazelles, which are 2 other popular ones from Adidas, which, as you guys can probably tell throughout this video, I'm not really a big sneakerhead. I just kind of wear whatever I like. I don't care about like Nike or Adidas or Reebok or Yeezy. Like, I don't care. If it looks good, like, that's my parameter to buy something, and that's just kind of how I roll. So happy to have these, and yeah, plan to continue wearing them. Next, we have my Vans Old Skool in black. Super classic shoes, not really a ton to say. They have the Vans logo on the side, just a kind of like imitation, like suede on the toe cap, and then like a canvas on the side, rubber bottom. Really comfortable. They're actually the comfort version, which means they have a little bit more cushion to them, but they're also lighter weight, which is kind of interesting. Apparently, if you use them for skating, though, it means they break down a little bit quicker, but let's be honest, guys, I'm not getting on a skateboard anytime soon. And I think these are great. They look awesome in casual outfits in the fall winter or in the spring summer. They're super versatile, super basic, but because of that, you can literally wear them with almost anything in like kind of a streetwear context. So I've been wearing Vans since I was like 16 years old, and I'm not planning to stop anytime soon. So definitely a big fan of these, and I think it's like the 6th or 7th pair I've had, and I'll probably buy another pair when I need to. So definitely recommend Vans Old Skool if you want some good quality shoes for a really great price. All right, so let's talk about some sandals. I have 2 pairs. First one is the Birkenstock Zurich. which as you can see, it's very similar to the Arizona and it has kind of that two-strap design, but it's actually united pieces of this taupe suede, which I think makes it a little bit more interesting than just a straightforward Arizona. And then it has obviously the cork footbed and the EVA sole, which I think is just plastic. I don't really know what that is. But I love these shoes. They're super popular in Japan and a lot of Japanese Americana looks. So that's why I got them. And I have not been disappointed at all. They're super easy to put on and just kind of go. So I use them incessantly throughout the summer and they're super comfortable and I love them. I know the Bostons have been like really kind of trendy, very similar to the New Balance recently. But I would encourage you guys, once again, if it's something that you're interested in, I would say wear it because I think it's a really great value for what you get. Birkenstock shoes, they hold up super well. I've got these wet, I've got them muddy, and all sorts of things, and they just keep on going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps on going. So super happy with these, and I definitely recommend them. And finally, we have these sandals from the Bonne Facture, or the Bonne Facture. I don't know how you say it. That was my best impression of a French accent. And it's pretty simple, guys. There's like this leather woven sandal with a leather sole and just like a very simple design overall. I call these like my Luxe European dad barbecue shoes because they kind of seem like something that like a dad would wear at a barbecue, but they're a little bit more luxurious because of the leather. And I think they're really fun to wear. It's casual, but doesn't feel too casual because the leather's still really nice. And I got a lot of wear out of them over the spring and summer last year, and I'm planning to wear them a lot this year as well. So I think stuff like this is fun, but I understand it's not everyone's cup of tea. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you want to see a similar style video, I did another one on my outerwear. Lots of fire coats, jackets, and everything. So head on over there now, and I think you'll really enjoy it. See y'all next time, guys. Peace.